How many times have you been to space, and what is the longest time that you have spent in space?
I flew in space 4 times. The longest flight was on Space Station, where I was up in space for 196 days. It's about 6.5 months.
What space shuttles have you flown?
I flew Discovery on my first flight, and then Endeavour the rest of them. So even Endeavour went up, took me up to Space Station, and then came back 6.5 months later and picked me up and took myself and our crew back.
What was your favorite space mission and why?
I think it's tough to say. I will always remember the first time, my first mission, when I first looked out the window and saw beautiful Earth. I enjoyed being up in space also for my last mission for the 6.5 months. So and that was mainly just of living and working up there was a different experience than going up for 10 or 11 days. Tough question.
Have you ever done a spacewalk, and what was it like?
Yeah, I did 2 spacewalks, one in a Russian suit and then one in a U.S. Suit, and it was really neat. It's kind of you're wearing a helmet and you feel very close to the rest of the Earth. There's just about this much between you and a vacuum, so sometimes it gets a little scary when you're out there. But it was really neat to see that much of the Earth almost from kind of 180 degree. Your whole peripheral vision was the entire Earth. That was pretty cool.
What does it feel like to be in a zero-gravity environment?
At first, when you're first up in weightlessness, most people get either sick to their stomach or get a headache or have trouble sleeping because of a backache. But slowly you get used to it. And then it takes a while to get used to working where everything floats. You have to purposely, you have to be deliberate in every move that you make, because if you do it too quickly, you could just kind of get out of control. It's always funny to see people come up to Space Station that have been in space for the first time, and they're kind of all crazy and wild. And the people that have been in space for, let's say, a month or so, they're very smooth in all their actions because your body gets used to it. And it's not just physically, but mentally, you get used to moving around. So and working in space is a lot of fun.
What kind of training is required to become an astronaut?
Well, I was a mission specialist. You don't have to be a pilot to be an astronaut, but many of the astronauts are pilots. The basic requirement to be an astronaut is a college degree and then 3 years experience in that degree for a mission specialist. To be a pilot, you have to get essentially over 1,000 hours of high-performance jet aircraft time. So that's why most of the pilots come from the military. The training itself, once you're accepted as an astronaut, once you've applied and you're accepted, we have many people that are to help us. So it takes a long time. There's a long time, but none of it in itself is very difficult. We have a lot of people helping us. So it's kind of like when you go to school and you have a lot of teachers and help from your friends and teachers and parents. Aiden, it's Aiden, right? Good luck.